Now, the National Freedom Party leader Zanele Magwaza-Msibi will be laid to rest today at a state funeral. The former Deputy Minister of Science and Technology died on Monday of cardiac arrest. Magwaza-Msibi will receive a special official provincial funeral Category 2 in Ulundi in KZN. Let's cross now to our senior reporter Dasen Thathiah, who is there for us. Dasen, how have people described the deceased Deputy Minister?
You know, Maseko, we've been hearing throughout the week, particularly in the aftermath of the passing of the NFP leader, about what kind of a role she played, particularly in the communities that she served. But apart from that, we were also told that she was a strong, family-orientated person. So there were these two distinct sides to this woman that has been described as an extremely strong leader. And today, she receives a special provincial official funeral here in Ulundi. It's a particularly poignant moment as well, because as Kenan Mplache from the NFP was telling me a short while ago, this is also the place in which she delivered a public address a day before she had her stroke back in 2014. And it's here today that the community, as well as provincial government and members of her party, will be bidding farewell to her. Now let me bring in Mr. Mplache into this conversation. Firstly, as we've been saying to other members of the NFP as well, our condolences to you on the passing of your leader. Take us through what is the expectation today during the funeral proceedings. I understand that there was a slight delay in the funeral procession arriving here.
No, thank you so much, and good morning to the viewers at home. As we are talking now, the coffin of the president of the NFP is going past Melmoth. They should be here in the next 30 to 45 minutes, and we are expecting the program to resume as soon as they arrive here. As it has been explained during the course of this week, that Magwaza-Msibi was a unique leader. He was not an ordinary politician, and she was rooted in this community of Zululand, where she was born and grew up, and she worked extensively hard to ensure that she uplifts this part of the country and KwaZulu-Natal, and people are saddened by her passing. And as the leadership as well, we are now quite devastated. But now that the funeral is taking place today, it is all starting to sink in that she's no more, and she'll be dearly missed by all those people who were in contact with her one way or the other.
You said that you'd had a conversation with her, I think, on the Saturday preceding her passing on the Monday. Maybe if you just want to share some of your final moments or final conversations with her and what that was like.
No, definitely. We were having our meeting to finalize our program of campaigning, and I called her in the morning to inform her that we were busy with our program, and the only thing she asked me was, what role will she be playing? And I told her jokingly that, we'll be leading us as we start with our program, and she said okay. And that was unfortunately on a Saturday morning. And when we received the news on a Monday morning that she has passed on, I mean, it was devastating. I couldn't believe it, because I had just spoken to her on a Saturday, and she sounds so well. And even the doctors were giving us hope that she was doing exceptionally well. And they even told us that we should expect her to return home soon.
And you just touched on it now, and I know while the focus of the party as well as the leadership is here today on laying her to rest, surely her passing has dealt a blow to the party, especially if you consider the timing right now.
No, definitely. I remember the other day I was asking myself, as if I'm talking to her, but why do you left us just a few weeks before the elections? Why you didn't hold on until the elections? Then you can leave. But unfortunately, it's not in our hands now. It was God's plan, and we have to take the baton and move on. The party cannot die on our hands, so we have to make sure that we keep the party going, we campaign vigorously, and win some municipalities, in particular the Zululand district, because that one municipality that was close to her heart. She even mentioned during our meetings with her that she wants to retain this municipality. She wants to be the mayor of Zululand, and we have to give her what she wished for.
I was looking at the list of speakers. I see that there's representation from your party, obviously, as well as the IFP and the ANC. Considering the history and the formation of the NFP, what has the relationship been between your president and the IFP of late?
No, the relation has been good, but there were some issues that were not resolved. And I must say it in public that soon after Magwaza-Msibi returned to active politics and public engagements, she did write a letter to Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi asking for a meeting so that they can sit down and iron out whatever issues that was between them. Unfortunately, she couldn't get the opportunity to have that meeting, and it left her devastated, because when someone you regarded as a father disowns you, it hurts, and she was really hurt. But there's nothing more we can do. There's nothing more we can say. Safe to say that she's gone. We wish her all the best, and we'll meet her again in the other part of the world.
Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Mkleche. Maseko, the funeral was meant to get underway at 10 o'clock, but as we've mentioned just now, there was a slight delay. So hopefully, at least within the next hour or so, the Premier of KZN will be delivering the eulogy, and that will be towards the latter part of the ceremony.